Why would I ask a doctor in a medical malpractice case, what is a differential diagnosis? You want to know the answer? Come join me as I share with you some great information. Hi, I'm Gerry Oginski. I'm a New York medical malpractice and personal injury attorney practicing law here in the state of New York. During the course of the litigation, I will have an opportunity to question the doctor that you have sued in pretrial testimony. It's known as a deposition. And one of the questions I'll be asking the doctor is, Doctor, are you familiar with the term differential diagnosis? Yes. And you know that a differential diagnosis is a list of diagnoses from most likely to least likely. Isn't that true? Yes. And one of the key reasons why you, as a treating doctor, create in your own mind or on paper a differential diagnosis is so that you can now evaluate and rule out the different possibilities that this patient has based upon their presenting symptoms and based upon various tests that you perform to evaluate each condition. Isn't that true? Yes. And doctor, would you agree that the failure of a physician, a treating physician, to consider a differential diagnosis is a basic departure from good and accepted care? Isn't that true? And he's got to say yes. If he doesn't, then he's simply going to get into a word argument with me. So now, why do I bother asking the doctor whether he knows what a differential diagnosis is? Because I want to establish that contained within his records, he did not establish a differential diagnosis. And that if he did, or at least was thinking about it, I want to know and I want to see that he knows what the most likely possible cause was for this patient's condition and what he did to attempt to rule out that condition. And if, in fact, it was not that condition, what was the next likely cause? What was the next likely diagnosis? So now you continue going down this checklist, whether it's in your mind or at least on paper, and the doctor's got to know it. And if he doesn't, then there may be a problem and he may have violated the basic standards of medical care to consider those other possibilities other than the most obvious one. So why do I share this great information with you? I share it with you just to give you an insight and an understanding into what goes on in a medical malpractice case here in the state of New York. You know, I realize you're watching this because you likely have questions or concerns about your own particular matter. Well, if your matter did happen here in New York and you're contemplating bringing a lawsuit, but you have legal questions, what I encourage you to do is pick up the phone and call me. You know, I answer legal questions like yours every single day, and I'd love to chat with you. You can reach me at 516-487-8207 or by email at Gerry, G-E-R-R-Y, at oginski-law.com. That's it for today's video. I'm Gerry Oginski. Have a fantastic day.